Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today I want to talk about a transition that happens in a lot of service based professions, especially in beauty, grooming, and the wellness fields. A person can be very talented, extremely busy, and very well liked by clients, but still not building a strong business. That applies to beauticians, barbers, groomers, estheticians, therapists, and many other professionals whose income depends heavily on appointments and personal skill. This presentation is about the shift from being fully booked to actually building something sustainable, structured, and capable of exponential growth. The beauty and wellness industry is often seen through a glamorous lens. From the outside, people see polished spaces, social media content, busy schedules, and personal style. And because of that, they often assume that busy professional is automatically thriving as a business owner. But that perception can hide a disconnect between glamour and reality. Whether we are talking about a barber, a beauty professional, or a therapist, the real question is not just whether they are talented or visible. The real question is whether they have the business underneath to work what is stable and intentional. Many professionals in this space deal with inconsistent cash flow, unpredictable expenses, and financial pressure from the outside. A full calendar one week does not always mean stability to the next. Supplies, rent, taxes, no shows, and downtime all can affect business. So even when the work itself is valuable, the business reality can still feel precarious. That is why moving from book to building matters so much because activity alone does not guarantee business health. One of the most important business lessons in this space is understanding the difference between revenue and profit. Revenue is the money that comes in from appointments, services, or product sales. Profit is what remains after expenses are taken out. For beauty and wellness professionals, these expenses may include booth rent, suite rent, tools, materials, products, supplies, taxes, marketing, software, and unpaid time. So, being busy and bringing in revenue is only part of the story. The real goal is to understand what the work is actually producing financially after the business costs are covered. The physical setup can reflect different stages of business development. A booth may show personal style, independence, and your own identity. A suite may show more control, more professionalism, and a stronger client experience. But neither one automatically means a person has built a real business. What matters is how the space supports the model. Does it help create consistency, trust, higher pricing, repeat visits, and a stronger consumer experience? Whether someone is working in a booth, a suite, a grooming station, or a wellness room, the setup becomes most powerful when it is a support of a larger business strategy. The real engine of service professionals is often the customer journey. Discovery happens through referrals, social media, local visibility, or reputation. But long term success usually comes from what happens after that first appointment. A strong client experience builds trust. A strong rebooking process creates continuity. And a repeat client is often much more valuable than a constant chase for new ones. So, whether someone is a barber, a beauty professional, a groomer, or a therapist, the path to a stronger business usually depends on turning one time appointments into long term relationships. A strong personal brand can attract attention, showcase skill, and bring clients in. That matters a lot in beauty and wellness. But a personal brand alone is not the same as a business system. Business systems are what help with scheduling, follow up, rebooking, no show reduction, client communication, and operational consistency. In other words, a personal brand may create demand, but systems create stability. And that is where the shift from book to building really begins. One of the clearest signs that someone is moving from a service provider to a business owner is when revenue starts expanding beyond one appointment at a time. That might include product sales, memberships, product bundles, recurring programs, educational opportunities, or even team based services. This matters because dependence on just 1 hour labor at a time creates a ceiling. Revenue expansion helps lift that ceiling. It gives the business more resilience and creates more ways for the professional to grow without expending entirely on the next appointment. The business model canvas shows that beauty and wellness work can be understood through a practical lens. The canvas helps professionals step back and ask key questions. Who are my customer segments? What is my value proposition? How do I reach people through channels like referrals, social media, and booking apps? What are my revenue streams beyond the core appointments? What are my key activities and resources? When a beautician, barber, groomer, esthetician, or therapist start thinking that way, they are no longer just doing services. They are seeing the structure of their business more clearly, and this is a major step towards growth. 5% of beauty professionals report feeling empowered in their careers. And I would like to end on that encouraging note. It reminds us when beauty professionals and other service based operators begin developing business skills, they often feel more empowered, not less. Strategic planning, personal branding, financial clarity, and system building can change the experience of work completely. Instead of feeling trapped in the schedule, the professional starts to feel more in control of the business. So the message of the presentation is not negative. It is actually very positive. Talent matters, but when talent is paired with business thinking, real growth becomes possible and exponential. Thank you.